So today I am really excited. Hold on, let me get my ring on. People are gonna be like, oh my god, are you and Cody over? Never. Never. So many questions in real life and on the videos every time that I wear a hair scarf about like, how do you tie that? Did you tie that yourself? And all of the things. So I decided, well, I was thinking about it and then my cousin emailed me and was like, bitch, how do I do that? Make a video now. So here we are. You're welcome, Brandy. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. No, not really. It's just coffee, but you get the reference, I hope. I personally love hair scarves. I love wearing them. They look freaking adorable, but I feel like my #1 reason as to why I love hair scarves is because you can do jack shit to your hair. You can have gone a fucking full week without washing your hair. You could need your roots done well over 2 months ago, but as soon as you slap on a really cute hair scarf, people are gonna be like, oh my god, I love your hair. Full well, just you stink to high heaven and your hair is crusty as fuck, but you got that bow on point, so everybody is in a good place. Everybody is happy and staring directly at that bow and not at your roots or the lice that are crawling out of your scalp. I'm too much right now. I'm too much. Also, if you guys want to know what I'm wearing as far as makeup and clothes and all of that goodness, then please go ahead and check the description down below. So without any more ado and any more further gilding the lily, or what does he say?
And so, without further gilding the lily, and with no more ado,
let's get to it! So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to work with different types of scarves, particularly ones that are just like a straight long piece of fabric, and then ones that are like a sheet of material. The reality is it's actually pretty easy. There's only like a few little tricky bits about it, but for the most part it's like tying a shoe. So if you can tie a shoe, you can do this. I should probably put my hair in a freaking actual bun that I want to style. Take my ring off because it always gets caught in my damn hair. This type of hair scarf I feel like is the most tricky to work with, just because there's less material, so you can't really zhuzh up too much. I feel like it leaves a lot of room for air. Just stick with me, we can do this. By the way, I got this from Diana Q's boutique. There we go, boutique. I will link her shop down below. I believe it's just through her Facebook, but either way, go check her out. Anyway, so I'm gonna put this in the back of my head, make sure that it's even on both sides. You can test by like going straight out. This probably looks real cute. I tend to wear my bows to the side, so I kind of match it at an angle that way. Then just like tying a shoe, wrap it around like that, pull it through and tighten it. This is where you can start doing your adjustments. If you want it over your ears, if you don't want it over your ears, this is where you can kind of figure it out. Take your ears out from behind it if that's what you want to do. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder. Once you get it like where you want it on your head, tighten it a little bit. Get 2 bobby pins. I place them right close to where you're going to be tying the bow. That way when you do tie the bow, you don't see bobby pins. I try and like angle them in towards each other instead of straight back, because if it's straight back then it can move, you know, this can move around with it. You got that done. Again, tighten that a little bit just to make sure it's where you want it to be and it's comfortable. Now, just like tying a shoe, make the bunny ear and then wrap that around and push it through that hole. I'm hoping you guys can see and also that you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is where it wants to stay, and this is usually where people start to freak out because it doesn't look the way that they see it on everybody else. So I just go with whichever direction the material wants to go, because fighting this thick ass material, you're not gonna win. So I just kind of feel whichever way it wants to lay, and it seems like wants to go this way today, so I just kind of, those bunny loops, bunny ears that we did, I just kind of put my fingers in there and twist it. Then here's where it starts to come to life. You're just gonna grab that and you'll see that it's bunched up right here. Just unfurl it. And I start pulling right at the base right here. Same thing on the other side. Now that you've got those two open, that's where you're gonna grab both and then pull it right here. Sometimes doing this, you start to run out of material, like you can see right here. You're pretty short on fabric, and on this side, it's pretty much like right up against the knot. So what I end up doing is I just try and make it, like the material that's chilling right there, the extra little bit, I just spread that out so it looks like it's part of the bow too. And I just zhuzh until I'm happy with it. Okay, and then if you feel like you need a bit more security back here because of all of the pulling up front, it tends to sort of slide up the back of your head. Just take 2 more bobby pins, place right here, feel to make sure that the bobby pin, the top of the bobby pin is above the fabric. And then do the same thing to the other side. And there you go, there is your first hair scarf bow tie thing, however you want to describe it. Yeah! Alright, and so the next scarf that we're going to be working with is this one right here. So I got this hair scarf at the Betty Page store in Las Vegas a long time ago. The thing that makes this material so much more difficult than the nylon ones is that nylon, seriously, you fold it in any direction and it will just, it just does, alright? It just does.
It just does. It just does.
But this takes some finessing. If you've ever worked with bandanas, like wearing a bandana on your hair, it's the same sort of idea. I'm gonna back up so you guys can see, because it's a really big piece of material. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it on its side. You're gonna grab the 2 corners so that you create this triangle. Don't worry if it's not like totally matched up at the bottom. It happens, it's okay. So I just place this against my body, usually my boobs, because, you know, it helps. Then I just grab these under sections right here and I let that corner fold under. See? Magique. Once you get that done and you have this extra material on the inside, that's when you're going to put it behind your head. So make sure that you're grabbing all of the material on this so you don't like drop a piece. But what you want to do is you want to grab the under part so that it's tighter at the base of your hair. And then this is the same exact method that we just did on the other scarf. You're just going to pull it up and pull it through like a shoelace. Then adjust around the ears. I don't let go of the fabric though on this one because it's so slippery that if you do let go of it too soon, it could all just come apart. So at this point I just hold the pieces and I just kind of like make sure the kitchen is covered, meaning all my baby hairs and broken hairs in the back are under the scarf, and then I let go. Then we go back to the bobby pins and I'm going to place them pretty much the same exact places that we did before. Wherever you're anticipating the bow to go, you want it to be like on each side of that knot. And then if this has started slipping, that's where you just kind of grab that material and tighten it right against there. And so I have 2 bobby pins right here. Now you take the fabric, I kind of tighten it a little bit more, and since this material is so slippery, I just go back in and I put those bobby pins in the back before I finish doing the bow, because if I were to put those bobby pins in after, this scarf would already be like at the top of my head. Now we've got the 2 bobby pins right here, the 2 bobby pins in the back of your hair. I'm gonna take this and again do the little bunny ears. Pull this through. This part could get a little tricky, so just try and like bunch it up and push all of that material through so you have the 2 bows, and then pull it tight, and then you're gonna grab that material that bunched up and spread it out. You got one part of the bow. And then here's the other part. And then you can just kind of zhuzh. If this feels like these are like way too big, which has totally been an issue I've had before, here's where you can get a little bit tricky and I don't know. Here's where you can pull some tricks, I was gonna say, but that's what you do when you're on the corner, not what you do when you're doing your hair. So as you can see, if you want to keep this bow gigantic, by all means, girl, do it. But if this feels like a little too much for you, then go ahead and grab these little bits one at a time, work one side at a time, don't overwhelm yourself, and hold on to that knot. Pull the little end of whichever, like if this side is too big, you're gonna pull the opposite tail. So it just tightens it a little bit. And then do the same thing, grab the knot for stability, grab the opposite end of whatever side of the bow you're trying to shrink down and pull. And there you go, then you got that. And then you don't want these long ass pieces of fabric dangling in your face. So what I do to make it look like you didn't alter the bow is I grab this little section right here, hold it in on itself. I tuck it under the bow, move that out of the way real quick, get a bobby pin, and just put the bobby pin over top of it so it's like hiding it, but it shortens this. Does that make sense? I really hope that I'm making sense. And then you grab that side of the bow and just cover it up. It's like it never happened. And then you could do the same thing with this side if you want to shorten it, or if you're just like, oh no, I like the length of it but I don't want it direct center of my forehead, then just pull this to the side and you can either like tuck it under, or if you feel like that's not stable enough for me, I need a little bit more security, then again, bobby pins are your savior in all of this. And I just put it wherever I can hide it. The bobby pins are forever going to be underneath the bow, so you can hide your tricks, you know, and hide all your moves and maneuvers. And then just fluff up the bow and get it doing what you want. That's it, guys. That is how I do that little hair scarf. Done. Hair out of the way, bow on the head. It's gonna look so cheesy because if I stand up, that's like all boob, but if I'm like on my knees, then you see just the top of my head. So I'm gonna be like crouching and like turning, so trust me, you're gonna be amazed at this quality. Alright guys, so that is it. I hope that that was helpful and you learned a little something. If you have any questions, comments, or video requests, just go ahead and put them down below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Also, keep an eye out for a bunch more videos coming in. Also, I have a giveaway coming up on my Instagram, so keep an eye out for that. It involves CurvyCon, that's all I'm gonna say. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have this huge haul coming up too, so basically what I'm just trying to say is that vlogs, haul, a lot of changes are coming too. And you will get an idea of that once the vlogs start coming. Alright, I will stop rambling. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell because, I mean, why not? Don't you want to be annoyed by me on the daily? Because I don't see why you wouldn't. Where's the issue? I don't get it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. And remember, if they ain't paying your bills, pay them no mind. Check you later.